Well, hey there, everyone. So this week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I am currently getting over a cold that I've had for about a week and a half, so I wanted to do something a little bit easier and cozier this week. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're not going to be sewing something, we're going to be painting something, but it's also going to be clothes. So over the past week, I've been watching a lot of Camp Cretaceous on Netflix, which, yes, I do understand is a children's show. And if you're not familiar, it is an incredible children's show from about Jurassic Park during the Jurassic World era, with some kids that are trapped on the island during that time. And it's incredible. I know it's meant for kids, but it's incredible. So that got me into the mood to do some Jurassic Park stuff. So let me get into what I'm gonna do. So I went to Goodwill and I got a jean jacket. And I'm gonna paint that jean jacket. Now this is something I wanted to do for quite some time because I've seen people paint like the back square of jean jackets for like ever, and I have always wanted to do that. So I went and picked one up. It was like $7. And we're gonna make it Jurassic Park themed. So I did print out. I'm gonna use some tracing for this because I don't feel like putting in that much effort. So I printed out some like footsteps, the little slash marks, and then yesterday, what you'll see me do, I also took a little X-Acto knife and I cut out this little dinosaur. So I'm gonna be using these as stencils. But I was looking at the jacket and I think I want to do the full Jurassic Park logo. So I'm going to print out the rest of the circle, the Jurassic Park logo, and then also use an X-Acto knife to cut those out. And then I'm gonna trace it and put it onto this jacket. And so for supplies, I was going to get fabric medium, but I couldn't find any at Walmart. But however, I did find fabric paint. So I got a couple of the primaries, which is perfect because that's what the logo is consisted of, is just these colors. So I'm not gonna mix anything. I'm just gonna straight up use these colors. But at least it's fabric paint. I was just gonna use acrylic, but I really want to keep this because I love Jurassic Park, if it turns out good. Okay, so now I need to go to Canva and print out some more things. And then we can start X-Actoing the rest of these little stencils, and then I could place them on the jacket and start painting. So let's get to it. So the reason that I'm putting masking tape down first is because I wanted this paper to be a bit more sturdy when I use it as a stencil, because otherwise the paper is just going to be like really flimsy and not work for what I need it to do. Okay, minor change in plan because this is too big and I really don't want to print out the logo and redo this guy. So I think I'm just gonna stick to like the circle with this guy. So I have a bowl for scale. Got my little guy underneath. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to do that circle there. cut off a little bit of the end here, and do that. And then if I'm feeling adventurous, maybe I can fit the logo up here. But we're gonna start with this, but we're gonna do like a big red circle and then outline the silhouette of the dinosaur in black. So you can see here I'm using a little like sponge tool to try and like get an outline of my dinosaur because the background's gonna be red anyways. So I just kind of wanted to like dab around the dinosaur and see what I could get for an outline. It didn't work the greatest, but it did give me like a start on what I wanted for the dinosaur. And then after I had that outline, I just went ahead and started to go in with the black and try and do my best to get what this dinosaur is supposed to look like. Okay, so I got the black done on the dinosaur. When I was doing the red, just to get like the outline of it, it didn't show up incredibly well. So I'm really, really hoping that when I put it on with the paintbrush, it will actually show up like red. Otherwise, I might switch to acrylic. And then the details are kind of hard to see / get with the black of the dinosaur, so I might go in later with either acrylic or like a Sharpie or something and see if I could just like get those details out better. But so far it's not looking bad, not too shabby. I'm just really hoping that red comes out because it really soaked into this. So we're gonna see what's going on. Also, if you would like to know, I am watching the third Jurassic Park movie because I watched number 1 like a few weeks ago, and then number 2 is not acknowledged. So I'm watching number 3, or if you need a visual, number 3. All right, I'm gonna start painting the red and hope it comes out well. Don't be fooled by how red this looks on the camera, because as you can see, the more I paint on, it just keeps soaking into the fabric. Like literally you can see it drying and just going dark again. So I put so many layers on top of this and it all just soaked into the material. But we're gonna work with it. Alright, so I got the main part done. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit before I do any more touch-ups because I want to see what it looks like. I had to do a lot of layers of this red. But I still think it's looking pretty freaking good. I think I will later go in with some black Sharpie or something just to touch up the lines of this dinosaur. But then I have to put the circle around, the black circle around the red circle, and then at the bottom you can see there's like little foliage at the bottom. So I'm gonna wait for this all to dry to do that, and then I also have to do the teeth on the T-Rex. So we still got some ways to go, and then I eventually want to put little footprints around as well as the 3 slash marks, maybe up by the pocket in the front. So I am gonna give this some time to dry. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good so far. So I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but in real life, this is drying, the red's drying pretty dark compared to the black. But I think it'll be okay, honestly. And so I was going to do the little foliage down at the bottom here, but I don't really feel like doing that. So I think instead I'm going to cut out this middle slash mark here and then put it like here to give it that little, like something like that, just to fill up the space, because if I wasn't going to do the foliage, I should have had the dinosaur down a little bit. So I need something to fill up that room. And then from there I can do the black circle around. And then I'm going to take probably this bottom footprint here and also cut that out to make a little stencil and have little footprints going up the sides here. And then I think we'll be pretty solid. So I really just have to wait for this to dry a bit. It's surprisingly taking a long time. So yeah, we're just going to wait for this to dry a bit. And then while that's doing that, I'll go ahead and start cutting these out. Okay, so the sponge did not work great for the teeth. So after some maintenance, I think I'm about ready. So I got the slash marks, I got the T-Rex, I got the red, and I got the black circle around it, and I got the feet. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this dry for about a day because it is still pretty like damp in places, and I don't want to risk getting it everywhere. So after I let this dry for a day, we are ready for the final look. I know what you may be thinking. Did I casually have most of Laura Dern's costume for the first Jurassic Park movie in my closet? The answer is yes. I would have had the khaki shorts, but I think I got rid of them when I did this costume one year for Halloween. So I had all of the elements which I thrifted, except for the yellow jacket because I got that at Costco, and the light because I love having. I just bought this light. So yeah, that was Laura Dern. If you did not know. Anyways, back to the real reason we're here. The jacket. I think this turned out really good. The red kind of threw me off, if I'm being honest. When I was doing it, I was expecting it to be a much more vibrant red. But I do like how you can like see through like the paint and see like the texture of the jean material. And then once I went in with another layer of the black for the dinosaur, it like popped out a little bit more. So I think it turned out looking really cool. Yeah, the slash marks worked out good. The little footprints worked out good. I had to do a lot of maintenance on the teeth because my little stamping method did not work as well as I thought it would. So I had to do a lot of maintenance, but those turned out really good after I did some fixing up. Yeah, overall, like, for this being like a thrifted jacket, this fits remarkably well, like perfectly. Which I'm very glad because the leather jacket that I did have, it was just really big. And I wanted something that I would more likely wear. So I think I definitely would wear this out. I just think it's so fun to have like a little Jurassic Park thing in my closet. Minus, of course, the already outfit that I have from Jurassic Park. I even got the clompers. So, God, these shoes are very muddy. Ooh, those left a lot of dirt on my floor. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me. As you can hear, I'm still a little nasally, a little congested. I really just needed like a super easy project for this week and something that wouldn't take up a lot of my time because I've been resting. And I love a little Jurassic Park moment. You know, like the greatest movie ever made. Probably ever. So yeah, this was a fun little project for the week. I'm gonna go. I physically had to tear myself away from watching Bridgerton because that came out today, the day that I'm filming. And I watched the first 2 episodes already, and I had to like tear myself away from watching it so that I could film. So I'm gonna go back to watching that. And if you didn't see, 2 weeks ago I did make a Bridgerton dress. So if you're feeling in the mood of Bridgerton and want to see some dressmaking, watch that video because that's super fun. So, anywho to do, if you like what I did, go and like and subscribe. I post most Saturdays, mostly at noon, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching!